Hello everyone, this is Babamot. Welcome to some more Homeworlds commentary. Today I've got Crit1Calends and ktblu. Uh, Both pretty good players. Let's see what happens. Crit takes a yellow banker, Katie takes a red fortress. Crit goes for red right away? No, yellow. Going yellows early by both players means the mediums are already open. Crit spreads out, Katie does too. Nothing too surprising yet. Um, Even that's not surprising, nor a giant leg up for Crit. Katie got, well, so Crit got the yellow shopping spree, but Katie's going to be able to build a large yellow, and neither player is going to be ahead by much. If Katie had moved forward the little yellow instead of the medium, then Katie could have sacrificed the medium to move the small twice and win if Crit had done this. So that's one of the reasons I usually move a small yellow ahead instead of the medium this early. Okay, yeah, Katie does do the overpopulation. She could have, they could have, I say Katie, which sounds like a girl's name, so I thought momentarily, I don't have any idea. I've never met Katie. Um, so ktblu goes for the overpopulation. They could have instead just built a large yellow at home, and things would have been pretty even. Um, Instead takes the overpopulation. Crit is up by, I mean, they've got a medium compared to a small, but they've got less color diversity. They've only got ships in one color, and that's a color that they also have as a star in their homeworld, so pretty equal, I think. Katie looking to get into the blues here. Crit matches. Katie looking at the red now. Okay, we've switched into a pretty normal game from an exciting shopping spree and overpopulation. Both players are just trying to gather a little of everything. Okay, so we've got the infamous situation where there's one small piece of every color. And it's Katie's turn. Katie gets to decide whether to build one of those smalls or expand. But this is one of the things I don't like about the fortress. Whatever color star Katie decides to discover, it's going to open up the mediums for Crit to build. Let's see what Katie does. They take the green. Okay, so Crit could take a medium green, or they might just spread out. They spread out the greens, so they've got more space to build those greens, I think. Katie takes another blue. Crit could build a medium green or medium blue here. They're leaning toward the green. Let's see if they commit. They do. Katie pushes forward the yellow. That's more diversity here, but we're... Uh, it would be an interesting invasion target for Crit, except that they don't have the movement. They might want to change that. Boy, Crit's really piling up the mediums. Katie is not matching that yet. I'm a little concerned for Katie for that reason. Okay, pushing forward the blue. Crit says it's time for a shopping spree. Yeah, definitely agree. Crit can clean out the greens, come ahead by a large, and Katie's got no answer. Okay, but Katie does get a blue shopping spree. Well, or a factory anyhow. And so Crit can't build that last blue. Katie could potentially, though Crit could overpopulate wherever Katie chose to do that. And Crit's taking that option off the table by trading for the big blue. Of course, if Katie trades for the big green that just went in the bank, they'll get overpopulated. If I was Katie, I would think about slow pushing the blues at this colony. Medium small for medium small and large in a supernova would be a good trade for Katie. No, trading out for a yellow. This, mm, I keep thinking that this colony is so vulnerable that Crit, with their large ship advantage, might want to start looking at invading. But Crit would want some more yellow, or else to move their yellow into this system before they do. Okay, Crit's making more. Oh, and okay, good. More importantly, Crit was in danger of getting their blue star overpopulated now that Katie has a Y2. I think that would have been too much of an investment for Katie, spending too much to just knock out a star. But Crit not wanting that issue to creep up on them. Katie still can't safely build that green. They can do a factory though. Blue and yellow. Okay, Katie's starting to get a pretty good yellow advantage. Crit now eyeing the reds. I'm a little surprised Crit doesn't spread out, doesn't move the yellow somewhere that it would be safer for them to build and compete for the large yellow. Although Crit with the banker setup doesn't need to put up a competition for the large yellow so much, since they can always just discover the large yellow as a star if things aren't going their way. And Katie takes care of that problem by trading for the big yellow. That gives Katie another place to build yellow, but it puts more green in the bank when that's green that Crit is actually quite likely to get. Crit thinking about a double invasion here. Using the mothership to invade a colony. Yeah, Katie can't defend everything because they don't have enough large ships. And they could capture this little green, but then they'll be losing these blues. Pretty ugly. It's not a bad invasion. Let's see, sacrificing the Y2 to get some of the blue out of the invaded colony. Crit doesn't have a red star in their homeworld, so if Crit needs to be a little careful about Katie coming in with too many mediums at once, I suppose. I think things look pretty darn good for Crit. Katie building some yellow. Oh, Crit, yeah, Crit's got the green teleport. They don't even need to move their mothership back in the ordinary way. Just factory build several things. Oof, really dominating. Okay, Crit captures that little blue. I'm not sure there's even really any point in capturing that little blue. But they have. Yeah, because Katie can still come in and overpopulate. I guess, okay, Crit wanted to capture that little blue, I think because otherwise Katie could sacrifice red, capture Crit's only red in the entire game, and then Katie would be closer to having a fighting chance. Okay, Crit's got just one star left. Homeworlds are connected. And I think Crit's got the idea. They already have most of the yellow. And so if they just keep that up, Katie will never have enough to knock out the star. Katie here, I think, I want to say their best play is just to build that little yellow, that medium yellow, knock out a bunch of Crit's yellow, put more yellow in the bank, give yourself a chance to build that yellow for yourself. Yeah, I think that's Katie's best choice. Okay, Crit, though, can factory build. Yeah, Crit's going to get yellows faster than Katie is, unfortunately. Although Katie, that leaves a G3 on the table for Katie. Even though I think I would build that G3, Crit could knock it out with the Y2 sacrifice, but that's um, a Y2 and two G2s effectively to knock out just the G1 that Katie would be losing. I think that would have been pretty good. But building yellow, Katie, I guess, wants a really fast game here. If they can. Thinking about a blue sacrifice. B3 sacrifice, gosh. Oh, gobble up the rest of the yellows. Nope, nope, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, just the one yellow left in the bank. If Katie builds it, they'll get overpopulated. Nice move by Crit. Okay. Crit, though, only has the one red ship. They'd rather not sacrifice it, I'm sure. So they invade Katie's home to spread out the yellows, make it harder for Katie to build that Y3, and put some pressure on Katie here. Katie's going to start losing. Crit could. There's really no point in Crit capturing anything since Katie can just capture back, but Katie's mothership is under color pressure. I think that was a decent invasion, but Crit's changing their mind. Sacrificing Y2 to move a Y1 into Katie's home instead. So that means they'll be losing a smaller ship to Katie's presumable capture here. And it puts the medium yellow in the way so that Katie can't build the large. I don't think Katie would have built the large anyway. They might have built it here in the colony. But the medium in the way takes away that option. Okay. And here, Crit, I think this is okay because Katie knocks out a few ships. I mean, Katie's still way behind, and coming down to this material when in a game where you're down a lot of material but up by a star, I tend to think that you need to go for a really quick win. You don't want anything that's going to prolong the game, force you to have a lot of time that you spend building back up. And that's what's happened, is that Katie's gotten... They've been pretty good exchanges. Katie coming out even or a little ahead in most of them, though Crit has been rebuilding a lot faster when they've had the time to do so. But when you get whittled down to this little material, you're not going to get a quick win. So I think Katie's in pretty big trouble. So position here, you might think, oh no, Crit will capture one of Katie's ships, but Katie can capture back, and if that goes on, we'll have a draw, and Katie should be very happy with a draw. So Crit is the one that needs to find something else to do. Crit sacrifices G2. Oh, for the... Yeah, okay. Well, obviously. now that Crit does it, it's obvious. Getting the overpopulation. Katie's got no mothership and no prospects. So we'll hustle through the rest here. Crit can try to overpopulate that green. Sure. Now Katie's got no green. And Crit captures the rest. Okay, well. Yeah, fun game. Not huge mistakes to my thinking. Just a lot of little advantages. Or if there were huge mistakes, then I may have just missed them. That tends to happen when I go fast. But anyway, yeah, thanks to the players. I really enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.